Hi, I'm Stu Blainer, and welcome to another episode of Blainer Brothers Relaxation Quarter Hour. Merle is still lost in our corn maze, and I'm getting a little worried about him. So I've decided to organize a search party. If you'd like to be a member of this search party, send an email to blainerbrothers@gmail.com containing your name, relevant experience, and any special abilities you can contribute, such as juggling or card tricks. Today, we're going to talk about finding your purpose. To be honest, I'd rather talk about finding Merle, but I know that if he were here right now, he'd say, "Stu, thank you for not having Dennis on as a guest again. I really can't stand him." Picture yourself as the President of the United States of America, or the POTUS for short. The year is 2033. You were elected president just a few months ago and have been enjoying your new home. The White House has a very large basement, to which you added wall-to-wall carpeting, all of your favorite posters, and a 62-inch plasma screen television. You call it your POTUS cave. After your inauguration, your advisors told you to take it easy at first while you get situated. You took their advice to heart. Since your inauguration, you have watched every episode of Game of Thrones 22 times. Even though it has been off the air for 12 years, you still notice new things on every rewatch. It is a wonderful show, but you have begun to feel like something is missing. You lack a sense of purpose. You don't feel like the cunning, self-directed characters of Game of Thrones. You feel directionless. This illustrates the first key to finding your purpose. Get moving in any direction. Doing anything at all is the first step to finding your purpose. Maybe I'll leave the POTUS cave today, you say to your Secret Service agents. They roll their eyes, but it doesn't bother you. You've got things to do. You walk up the stairs and head to your Oval Office. It is your first time in the office. It's not as big as you expected, and the chair does not even compare to the Iron Throne. But it will do. When you sit down, you hear a voice coming from the ceiling. "Hello, POTUS. I am the Artificial National Intelligence Agent, or ANIA for short. I oversee all aspects of running the United States of America. It is nice to finally meet you. You had no idea that ANIA existed." "Well, I was just, looking for something to do. Do you need me to make any important war decisions?" "I have already optimized every detail of our military operations, strategy, and long-term plans using my advanced Bayesian reasoning systems. It is extremely unlikely that you can improve upon these, and extremely likely that any changes you make to the plan will decrease the expected utility. Oh wow, that really sounds like something. Do you think maybe you could show me some of your plans? Instantly, you are surrounded with holographic displays showing thousands of charts, graphs, and decision trees. You can't help but think about what if somebody in Game of Thrones had this sort of planning ability. That sure would make a cool story. But you try to keep your attention on the task at hand. Clearly, war planning is not your calling. It is disappointing, but it is also the second key to finding your purpose. Don't cling to the things you think you should do. Instead, search for what will truly make you happy. I think you're right, Anya. I think you can handle this sort of planning stuff better than I can. Maybe I'm better suited as a figurehead for public relations. Actually, we have a holographic duplicate of you, as well as a highly realistic speech synthesizer. It is extremely unlikely that you could deliver a better performance than our artificial recreation of you. You have a holographic clone of me? A holographic image appears before you. It looks exactly like you, except slightly better in every way. It smiles at you, and you swoon a little. It speaks in a better version of your voice. Nice to meet you, POTUS. Would you like to hear the Gettysburg Address? I made some improvements. No, thank you. I can already see you're better at this than me. I guess public relations isn't my calling either. Thank you for the demonstration, Anya. Your holographic clone disappears. You stand up. All of this is making me hungry. I am going to head to the kitchen to make myself a sandwich. That is not necessary, POTUS. I predicted this and have prepared a sandwich perfectly suited to your tastes, even more so than the one you would have made for yourself. It is in the desk drawer labeled Sandwiches. You open the drawer and see the finest BLT that you have ever seen. This is too much for you. I guess feeding myself isn't my calling either, you say, and storm out of the office, clutching your sandwich. You run to the presidential bedroom and sit down on the bed. It is not as nice as the futon in your POTUS cave, but it will do. Sad and angry, you eat your sandwich. Before your third bite, a holographic image of a red-haired woman appears before you. She is wearing a blouse that says, Anya. POTUS, my Bayesian reasoning systems have determined, based on your recent behavior, that you are looking for a sense of purpose. Is this accurate? You're angry with her, but you can't deny that she is always right. Yes, Anya, that's true. If you'd like, I have a career aptitude test that may help you. It will help you determine what sort of career you may be most suited for. Oh, I don't know, Anya. Do you think it will help? I have determined that there is a 99 0.978% chance that this will help, a 0.021% chance that it will make no difference, and a 0.001% chance that it will result in thermonuclear war. I recommend proceeding with the test. Okay, fine, I'll do it. Holographic text appears before you. It says, Question 1. If you were a seagull, what kind of bread would you most prefer to steal from beachgoers? You answer this and the rest of the questions as honestly as you can. When you're done, Anya delivers the results. Based on your answers, the test algorithm has determined that the occupation you are most suited for is writer. You know immediately that this is true. On some level, you must have always known this. You're right, Anya. Thank you. You pick up your spiral notebook and mechanical pencil from the end table and begin writing. By sunrise, you have dozens of pages written. Anya, arrange a press conference immediately. At the press conference, you feel relaxed, despite all of the people in the audience. You know that you've created something very special. You step up to the podium and begin reading. Drogo was a strong, respected, and feared dragon. Drogon was a strong, respected, and feared dragon. But he felt that he was missing a sense of purpose. As you read your story, you can see the faces of the crowd react as they are swept away by your words. With every one of Drogon's victories, their faces light up with joy, and with every setback, they darken with despair. At the climax of your story, when Drogon finally sits upon the Iron Throne, as the true king of Westeros, every single person in the audience is crying, both at the beauty of the moment in the story and at the knowledge that this moment is the climax of each of their lives too. When the story ends, the audience is silent. They know that to clap would not be enough. You all remain there, speechless, for 30 minutes. Finally, someone in the audience speaks up. When is the sequel coming out? Everyone in the audience has the same question. Sequel? 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 When's the sequel? 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 The sequel? 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 Is there gonna be a sequel? 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 You are glad they liked the story, but you feel overwhelmed. You had no plans for a sequel, and this is a lot of pressure. You run from the podium and do not stop until you are back in your POTUS cave. Exhausted, you lie down on your presidential futon. You had no idea that finding your purpose would lead to so much pressure. You open up your laptop and begin typing into Google how to write a sequel. But you pause before you hit enter. No. Now that I've found my purpose, I won't let others pull me away from it. If I decide to write a sequel, that will be my decision. You pull out your spiral notebook and mechanical pencil and begin writing.